Girls, this is Miss Linsmeyer. I hope that you're having a great Thursday. Yesterday you found out the median of a whole data set. Today we're really going to be focusing on finding the median of quartile 1 and quartile 3. So I am going to do the first two examples for you, and then the last three will be your homework problems. So like yesterday, we're going to be finding the median of data. And if you look on the right-hand side, we gave you the answers to what the median was of all of these data sets. So you can check your answers by looking at the red median on the right-hand side. So when we want to find the median of quartile 1 and quartile 3, we're actually going to start with the median that you guys found. I am going to draw a line right down the middle of my data where the median would be. And I know that the median would be between 19 and 20. Now, everything on the left side of that line is considered part of quartile 1, and everything on the right side of that line is considered part of quartile 3. Now that we have our quartiles separated, we're going to apply finding the median, just like you did yesterday, to these two quartiles. So I'm going to cross off a number on the low end and the high end of the first quartile until I'm left with either two numbers or just one number. When I'm left with two numbers, I'm going to add those up. So 16 plus 16 is 32, and I'm going to kind of average them like you're finding the mean to find the true actual mean. So when I do 32 divided by 2, I still get 16. So what that means is the median of this first quartile is 16. And I found that by drawing a line where my median would be and using all the data to the left of that median line as quartile 1. Then I applied the strategy of finding the median, just like you did yesterday, to all this data in quartile 1, crossing one off on the low end and the high end until you either had two numbers and you average them, or like in our next example, we'll just have a perfect number. Let's try it on the other side. So here's my median line. So I know everything to the right of that true median line is going to be considered quartile 3. And when I look at quartile 3, I'm going to cross off one number on the low end and the high end. And now I have two numbers left. And I have to find the median of those two numbers. When I add those two numbers up, I get 47. And I'm going to divide it by 2 like I'm finding the mean. And when I divide by 2, I get 23.5. So that means the median of this quartile, the median of quartile 3, or the middle of this half of my data, is 23.5. Okay, let's look at another example. I know my median is 40, so I'm going to put an X on 40, and I'm going to draw a big line down the middle of my data. That means everything that is on the left of that line is part of quartile 1. And everything that is on the right of that line is part of quartile 3. Let's find the median of quartile 1. So to find the median, I cross one number off in the low end and one number off in the high end. And I would add these two numbers up, and when I add them up, I get 67. Then I divide by 2 because I added two numbers to get it. And when I do that, I get 33.5. Again, we're going to do the same thing for quartile 3. We're going to find the median of all of the data on the right-hand side of our true median. So here's my quartile 3. I'm going to cross one number off on the low end and the high end until I get two numbers left, or until I find the perfect middle number. And because I have two numbers left right here, I'm going to add those two numbers up, and I would get 85. I would divide 85 by 2 because there's two numbers that I'm trying to find the median of, or in between. And when I divide by 2, I would get the answer of 42.5. Okay? Remember that your teachers have office hours today, and if you need help on any homework assignment, you can pop onto their office hours. Your homework for today is to finish problems 3, 4, and 5, where you find the median of the first quartile and the median of the third quartile. I hope that you have a great day, boys and girls. Bye.